Me and my two friends stepped inside a haunted house, and the one thing I knew about this house was apparently there were some strict rules you needed to follow once inside. I had no idea what the rules were, but the house was just an ordinary house built in the 1900s. My two friends were Samuel and Connor, and we were all fans of haunted houses. The three of us smashed the front door and we were able to enter the abandoned haunted house. To be honest, the whole area was kind of abandoned. As soon as we stepped inside the house, we still didn't know what the rules were. Inside the abandoned house, it is exactly as you would expect an abandoned house to be. Distant from present times, even the atmosphere didn't want us inside. And then Connor shouted out to us because he had figured out what the rules were. You would think the rules were written on the walls or on some piece of paper, but when Connor showed us his arms, it had writing on it. When me and Samuel checked ourselves out, we too had writing on our body, which we didn't write, and it was the rules of the house. Connor on both his arms had the rule no talking written on his arms, and he couldn't talk anymore. Samuel on his feet had the rules no violence written on one of his feet, and I had something written on my neck which read no leaving for the three of you. And I guess we each had our own rule to follow. Connor couldn't speak anymore. Samuel couldn't do anything violent anymore, and when he tried to smash a window, he just couldn't. I tried leaving, but there was a new door which had replaced the old one we had broken to get into the house. Also, my rule written on my neck also affected the other two, while theirs didn't affect mine. Connor started to panic because he couldn't talk anymore, or whenever Connor tried shouting, but nothing would come out. Then Samuel had an idea. Because the rules were somehow written on our body, the only way to break them is by breaking the limb it's written on. Then I did something without asking Connor's permission and broke both his arms, and Connor managed to scream. He was angry and glad at the same time that I broke his arm and disproved Samuel's theory to be correct. Connor then broke Samuel's feet, the one where the rule was written on, and Samuel was able to act violent again. They were both in pain, but relieved, but none of us could get out of this house. You see, my rule, which was written on my neck, affected all three of us, and I know that there is only one way to break the rule. Samuel and Connor can break windows all they want and act violent, but a replacement would just appear, as none of us could leave the house. The only way to break the rule is by snapping my neck. I declined all offers of snapping my neck, and there is no easy way to break someone's neck, as the fatality of death is too high. After many days inside this house, I am considering letting Samuel break my neck. Luckily, we brought ibuprofen to ease the pain which Samuel and Connor are experiencing, and some food as well. We are running out of food and pain medication, and the only way out is by snapping my neck to break the rule of not being able to leave this house. I have tried breaking my neck, but the rule seems to be a strong one.